What's up guys, Sheldon back with another review, and today we're looking at the Super Action Statue Crazy Diamond from Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. Alright, so this is actually my favorite stand, just because I like the power and design, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna just tell you that it's a fantastic figure, because it does some things well, and it actually does have a few flaws. But enough about that, let's look at the box really quickly right here. So here you go. Pink Harlequin pattern. His hands, he comes with an effect part right here, display stand, different hands right here. And actually, since I'm at it, I do happen to have the Crazy Diamond second color from Winter Festival. Picked it up a while ago. I won't be reviewing this figure unless somebody specifically wants me to, but it's essentially the same figure. He does come with this exclusive alternate head for Josuke, some more clear sound effect parts. And really the only difference between the two figures is the paint job, like I mentioned before. The second version has the white around the lips. So actually I like that, and so the original doesn't have any blue around the lips. But still, pretty much the same figure. Okay, so let's look at the accessories really quickly though. Alright. So here, let's start with this effect right here. So this is his da-da-da-da-da-da-da sound effect, so that's when he's punching, so I really like that. He's got two pointing hands here, they're the same thing. Two of these kind of flared out hands are not quite different. The thumb is tucked in here, it's a little flared out here. You have these two relaxed gripping hands right here, and I'll show you the palm if anyone's curious. You have this alternate yelling face, which we'll take a closer look in a second. And then you have a few of these gripping hands right here. And so this one, actually let me just prop this up so I can get a closer look like this. Alright, let's get that to focus. Okay, so you have three hands that are pretty similar. So this one is holding a little ball bearing. I'm pretty sure it's sculpted in just because it'd be too tiny to hold. And then this hand is for holding one of his, well, it's so small. This piece of heart-shaped glass with blood on it. So this is a plot significant accessory, really nice. And then you have this, like, I don't know, whatever caliber bullet that he was like throwing at a rat. And so both of these just kind of like slip into this finger gap right here, you can see that. And then you have this third hand right here, which is like after he's flicked the glass of the bullet out. Okay, that pretty much does it for accessories, and I'll take a closer look at the head really quickly right here, though. There you go, so really nicely painted eyes, nice heart-shaped head. Alright, so let's take a look at the figure itself. And before I do that, because I actually forgot in the review for Josuke, let's take a really quick look at the alternate smiling face, so you guys can take a look at that. So it's too bad they didn't include this with the original Josuke figure, because this is actually one of his kind of iconic looks. Because Josuke is kind of like serious and mean, but he is like super goofy. Does he have earrings, actually? Well, he does. Wow, it's really nice detail. Okay, so back to Crazy Diamond, though. Let's get a height measurement. Let's actually put him next to Josuke since I have him right here. Alright, let's pull some focus, and then measuring tape. Alright, so he stands, oh, I guess we're starting centimeters first. A little under 16 centimeters right here, which is about a little over 6 inches, it looks. So you can see that he towers over Josuke a little bit. Alright. So, in terms of articulation, right here, again, standard, you can see that it's got that hinged ball joint right here. So actually, it goes up pretty far. The thing is, though, you can tell right here, the chin sticks out, and it just looks kind of awkward. So that kind of sucks. And then going forward, it's pretty decent right here. The neck is on a ball joint right here, but you can see that it's attached to these kind of pipes here, and I love the design. It's really cool. It's like one of the only stands that has this other than the world, but certainly it does limit the articulation just because it like pulls it back. Okay, for the shoulders, the shoulder pads are sculpted right here, and they do hinder, so this is really all you get. And this is probably where the Crazy Diamond's flaws start appearing, in that the arm articulation is decent, but like the shoulders and the hips are kind of strange, and you'll see, but this is all you get. Depending on how you angle it, though, because of how this is shaped, you can get it to go a little wider, further out, but that's really it. The shoulder pad is going to get in the way. But other than that, though, you do have a bicep swivel, which is pretty good. Double jointed elbow, pretty decent, a little better than 90 degrees, but again, not quite enough for my taste. And then for the wrist, pretty standard here. I don't know, ball peg? I don't know. And then this wrist part, actually, it's not floating, but it can rotate. So, I mean, wrist articulation is not bad. This thing will get in the way, though. That's the thing. And again, pegged into the bicep, pegged into the forearm, so you can actually swivel at the elbow if you want. For the waist right here, single ball joint, I believe. But again, sculpt does get in the way, so there's really like no articulation right here. And then you have this hinged right here, so really far down, fairly decent, well, actually like no backwards. So, I mean, it's okay, but you can see that it's kind of ugly. It's just so obvious. But again, because the stand kind of looks like a machine anyway, it's not that noticeable. And then for the waist, it's just a twist here. Again, it's more wide, so the heart will get in the way, so you can't quite get a 360. But combined with the chest, not bad. For the hips, instead of the standard ball joints, it is a, I don't know, ball peg. It's pegged into the groin area, and so you can kind of see that it like swivels out. And then you can pull it forward, which is not bad. You actually get pretty good range of motion out of it. Let me pull it out a little bit. But I'm just kind of like, I don't know, these joints kind of freak me out because sometimes I'm afraid of snapping the peg. And then these are on their own ball joints right here, but they do hinder the splits, as you can see. And of course you can see that we have a thigh swivel, double jointed knee, which is pretty good. The knee pad hides articulation, and you can see right here it's pegged in, so you do get a knee swivel, but the knee pad will get in the way, so I'm not going to bother. Okay, and here we go. The weakness of this line again. Ankle articulation, not the best, I have to admit. Well, it's... okay, there's like almost none going backwards, a little bit going forward. We have a toe hinge here. And the ankle rocker is actually not bad, I think. Let me see. No, actually, it's pretty bad. And one extra problem here is if you notice, the feet are sculpted at an angle. And so if you want him to stand completely flat, the legs need to be spread out. So, I mean, you can rock it over to get him to stand with his feet closer together. But for the most part, Crazy Diamond has to stand with his legs spread. So, it's not that big a deal, but I feel like it could have been done better. Okay, I believe that does it for articulation, though, in terms of paint and sculpt. As you can see, there is shading throughout. It's that pink and baby blue, so I suppose if, you know, it depends on how fabulous or ridiculous you like your characters. I happen to really, really like the crazy designs right here. You can see he even has the sculpted little butt, musculature, and the light and blue shading gradient is really, really nice. So in terms of design, I love it. In terms of sculpt, it's pretty great. So overall, I think it's a solid figure. If you're a fan of this design, pick it up easily, especially if you like this character. It's a fantastic figure. Articulation isn't quite as good as other figures, but, you know, again, the design looks nice, and because it has so much armor, it's expected that it would get in the way. If you're not a fan of this Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, by the way, I would still recommend it if the design appeals to you, because it is a pretty unique looking figure. Okay, well, that pretty much does it for this review. Oh, one more thing to mention. It is getting released soon, I think in February, actually, this month, so it is still pretty cheap right now. So if you like it, pick it up because it comes with a ton of stuff and a speech bubble, which is pretty rare. Anyway, so that pretty much does it for this review, though. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. I'm going to put this guy in some poses for you guys at the end. Alright, thanks for watching.